Let's get into this one. All right. All right. Welcome back to the stream. So just going to be carrying on. If you don't know, I'm just doing some 1.16 stuff on Forge. Forge is interesting, right? Because Forge is, it doesn't matter how you look at it. Forge is not doing well, right? Fabric is increasingly becoming more like relevant. Forge is becoming increasingly irrelevant. I do like Forge, but you have to be, realistic when you're a YouTuber. You can't just stick with. You can't just. Did I not change the game? You have to be realistic, right? You can't just stick with Forge just because it's there, right? You know, it's definitely a decreasing audience, and yeah, I'll still play some Forge, but I think it's Astral Sorcery Mod Spotlight will get. The problem is, right, especially with Forge, is that really you can grab all the views. Like Tinker's Construct, like for 1.16, you had like about like a 4-month window. Why is it not updating? I thought it live updated now. Doesn't seem to be. That's annoying. It can't update on the same screen. It should still be alright. Let's see. It's updated there. It's updated there. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to. But yeah, I definitely want to just move over to Fabric. Is what gets views. It's also more relevant in a lot of ways. I mean, there are some good things still on Forge, but it's like the things that are good on Forge are not like are not really suited to Forge anymore. You know, some of the good AI mods, you'd be better just putting them on Fabric. And that's really what we need, right? Is we need to have a point where people are starting to port like AI mods more to Fabric, right? Because I have no doubt that all the tech mods will go Fabric. They'll just, like AE2 did. Oh, that's right. We need to do this. Oh yeah. This is going to be fun, isn't it? I might actually have to do the screenshot thing because this is going to take me forever otherwise. Should I do the screen? I guess I will. All right. I don't know. Have I got it in me to actually remember the pattern? I probably can. I probably shouldn't do screenshots. As boring as this will be. Let's see if we can get it. All right. So this one is what? No, don't worry, dude. This is not really for. This is just for my own. This is because it's August, and I know that views decline in September. So I kind of I could try and peak the views in August, but it's like it just makes the steep drop in September look even worse. So it's like I just figure I'm just not. This is if you don't understand what's going on, it's like don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be doing normal Minecraft stuff in September, and even probably in August. It's just sometimes I just need to play with this stuff because it's what I'm used to. It helps to sort of ground me a bit. But I'm aware that it's not really relevant, to most people. All right. What is this one then? We've got 2 on the left side, and then it goes do. So that. So hard to tell, isn't it? I think it's probably Armara. So should we try and do this? Just do. It's not though, because that line doesn't look like that, right? Is it Avitas? So this is just okay, Avitas might actually not be that bad. Because it's literally just connect all the exterior points, right? If I just go round in an exterior fashion. That's not it though, is it? Nope. The other way I used to do this when I wasn't sure: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just count the actual points. That might be another way to do it. 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, well. Great, that's not going to work either, is it? Man, I can't see this at all. I literally can't see it. I don't know why. Doesn't look like any of them to me. There must be a line going through like that. I think there's a straight line here. It might be a Vorsio. Let's do like the right angle, see if we can find that. Yeah, I think this is a Vorsio actually. It's there, isn't it? Alright, this is tough. Oh, this is a different one, isn't it? Might be here a while. Is there a vertical line on the left-hand side? No. Let's just do it like we're doing, like analysing what animal is this. Can we find a right angle here? Which is going to go... Yeah, this is definitely a Vorsio, isn't it? I don't know what I'm thinking. Because it's definitely here, right? I think that's correct. Let's just check again. Perfect. Okay, I got it. All right. Okay, so this one is what? Let's do count number of points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't look like there's that many points on this one. Shouldn't be that. It should get easier, right, as we go along. Do we have a vertical line on the left-hand side? Yes. So it is that one. Okay. So we do basically a quadrilateral and then like a sort of scalene, right? On the top right corner. All right. Next up, we have. I think what I think is interesting was last time I wasn't exactly particularly. I kind of see what's going on now with it. Obviously, I was not happy to see that the constellations had changed, but it's not too bad, right? So basically, we can just do true triangles and then a long bit at the end for Decidia. And let me just check that one more time. Just want to see they're discrete triangles, right? There's nothing beyond that. Because that's the thing. Even if you don't remember like the angles, all I can say is that we just drew one triangle here, one triangle here. And then you could just say, and then these triangles, just the discrete triangle, right? So triangle here, triangle there, and then finally we just connect to the final point, right? So that's pretty straightforward as well. Now this, actually getting pretty close to the end, right? So we only have Amara and Avitas left. So if we were comparing these two, we're looking for this triangle shape at the bottom here. That'll be the easiest shape to recognize. This sort of like globulous blob of questionable quadrilateral status is not that useful. But if we can find that triangle shape, we'll know for sure whether it's Amara or Avitas. So let's see if we can find that triangle shape at the bottom. It looks like it's there, right? So in that case, we know which one we're dealing with. So basically, we want to do a triangle shape at the bottom, and we're going to need to try to do a quadrilateral around the outside. The other way to do it is to go from. There's different ways to do this one, right? Oh, is it daytime already? Not yet. You could watch the previous streams. They're not that enlightening, to be honest. This mod is actually a lot easier than you might think. This is not going to tell you that much. I think this must be the external point here. And then we know where the points of the triangle are, right? So if we do that. Just looking at the triangle's points. Where are the points of the triangle? I think I've messed it up. I think the time, I can't tell what time it is. For some reason I can't see the sun or the moon at the moment at all. It doesn't help when you... Let's just do this. Alright. If we just get close to it, it's better. It's better actually to, you know what the thing is? It's better just to do it fast, get it wrong. At least that way you've got... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't this. Is it the other one? Is that line exist? No, I think I am right with this. Yeah, I got it. All right, that's good. So just one left now of the bright constellations. And it is not in the sky. I still don't know how to analyze, because what you're supposed to, the way you're actually supposed to do it is you look at, it just tells you these are bright constellations, right? But these, what's going on here? It's available on what? Full moon, this moon, half moon. It's not available on the new moon. I think that's what this is trying to say. The problem is though, no, they actually are different, right? So actually it's fairly easy to read. So yeah, there's 8 phases of the moon. So let's actually, for the last one, just analyze the phases of the moon just to explain it properly, just to see if we understand it. So this one, you see, the problem is it doesn't actually tell you what phase of the moon. So this is what I don't really like. It's like, surely, if you're going to discover it, you know, like, you need to know what phases of the moon it's on. That would be the way to actually look for it. Otherwise, you're just randomly looking at the sky for no reason. That is actually a sort of like an error in terms of gameplay mechanic, in my opinion. Because it's like, otherwise you don't know what you're looking like. You would like to be able to like optimize it completely, where I can say I'm going to look on the new moon, I'm going to look on the waxing moon, or whatever it is. I can't remember the phase names, right? But if you did it like that, it would make sense. But it doesn't make sense like this. Because I don't know what day I'm looking for. Should be a little bit more added to that. Especially if you've got a new version, why not add that little extra to it? Okay. So just to clarify that then, it's basically we just do this and then we go around the outside, right? So we'll take that left spot here and then it's just around the outside. This is not so hard, this one. Yep, around the outside. Alright, so that is all the constellations done. And you can see what I'm just saying is that now we know, okay, it's only available on these 5 days out of the 8. But if you don't know that already, I don't know. I guess I can see why it's done like this, because it's like what it's saying is like as long as you found it once, if you then want to go back and do an attunement and you want to get your crystals, we'll look at it. We'll look at it later. Okay. So let's go and continue with the mod a little bit more. I'd like to do a lot more, to be honest. Maybe just do the whole mod. So what you then need to do is you need to get the attunement auto up and running, because you can see, right? Oh, this is actually, that was smart of me to do that, wasn't it? So you can see basically at the moment, if you take the constellation paper, right? What happens when you take the constellation paper? You see it says this, there is nothing here, right? But there's a bunch more constellations. These are the 5 bright ones. But to get to the dim constellations, you actually need to attune yourself. And that's what this thing is for, the attunement auto. So, all you basically do is with the attunement auto, you want to attune yourself to a various different constellation. And you can choose which one to attune yourself. So this is shielding, right? We'll do rituals in a minute. Shield. And then the one that most people do, there's ones you can do, like, this is for speed. Oh, no, this is, yeah. Should we do this one? I like this one. I can't remember what the rules are for this. Avitas, right? So if you want to do that, right, you need to check it's in the sky. So if we look at what it looks like, so it's the one we literally just did. So, right? Yeah. So let's just attune ourselves to that, right? So, the way you're going to want to do that is let's have a look. We could make a gateway. I might do one of those. Alright, should we just do it then? Alright, so what you do then, I can't remember where it is in the book, but I know how to do it anyway, so you can see when we hold this, the little particles appear. And what that's doing is it's telling you where to put these things, the relays, right? So when you put the relays, you have to do it like this. So when you put the relays down, you go like that. Like that. I can't remember if you need the glass lens for this one or not. And because it's in the sky, right, you can see it somewhere. I can't remember where it is. We'll quickly do it anyway because we're actually running out of time with night time probably. So then it actually appears on there, right? And then you can jump in here. Now there's always been a glitch here where it goes a bit wonky in a minute. It's actually literally been fixed. And you see what it says here, you memorize a drawing of octans. What it means, right, is that as soon as you attune yourself, and I actually didn't mean to do that, but it's a good illustration, right? This was said. Do you remember I was showing it to you before, and it said it has nothing on it, and now it does, right? So that's what happens basically. So you can see this is now another one, and if you look in the book, you can see constellation, and here's a new one, right? So now we can find this one in the sky as well. And there's certain things. There's more than just this. There's certain types of constellation you have to find, and you can also access now. When you do that, you get the access to the perks. So if you look at the perks, you get this big perk tree, right? And it says available points. I'm trying to remember how I'm actually going to level up the perks. So all the other thing that happens when you do that is you'll notice that oh no, nothing did happen here. Is this a bone meal one? What is actually the method to... I think it might be a bone meal. Let me see. It's not... Is it not bone meal? That I can't remember then. Is it an animal one? I probably chose the wrong one, right? Should we do a ritual? We'll try a ritual next, right? Honestly, oh, it's just placing blocks for this one. Oh, that sucks. I thought it was something else. Alright, well, I guess. Does give you more life. So if we go into, if we look in the in survival mode for this one, not a bad one to get. You see, I've got more life. The hearts, the overlay. So that's not bad, right? Not terrible. And if you, for instance, say you took the formation wand, right? So I did something like, have I got a blank area somewhere? I should do, right? I could do something like this, right? It should work with this. What was the rules of this? Line from player. Line towards player. Oh yeah, you need to shift right click on the block to select it. That's right. Why are you not working, buddy? I think it might be this. You can do that as well, which is really odd. I don't know why you can select multiple blocks like that. Maybe I just don't know how this thing works properly. How does this work again? I was using it before, but it is super awkward to use. Oh right, it does the random pattern thing. Doesn't work though. It literally doesn't work very well. What was that? That is odd to say the least. It's working now for some reason. Let's see what happens. Yeah, left click to clear. But you'll see, if you look at my level, you see I'm level 3 already. It's not actually showing the updates. Do I not have any of that left? No. Let me just try this. So formation, yeah, formation. Seems like you need to activate it somehow. I'm just trying to. Yeah, it's activated now, but it's like it's kind of. I just think I need to just remember how it's activated. You can see almost up there. I'll just clear all this lot in a minute. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest. But you see, I can add it with a shift right. No, add it with a shift right click. Interestingly, it's actually. I didn't know it would do this. It's actually creating empty spaces. Most things don't do it quite like that. Showing me exactly how many blocks I've got left as well, right? Kind of cool. Do a few more and then we'll go back to what we were doing before. Alright, we're just going to finish whatever we happen to have in our inventory here. Interesting. Very interesting. What's interesting is that when it can't place the block it wants to because there's none in the inventory, it just places nothing. So what you can do then, right, is you can go back to your perks. You can get more, right? So in general, you just want to move somewhere. You can see I've got more hearts now, right? So the other thing that we could think about, right? We're going to just get rid of this. Sorry about this. Creative. Function F3. We're currently in positive Z and negative X here. Actually, I want to go from this side because I don't want to ruin things. What's this? Negative Z, positive X. So we're going to stand here. Negative Z and okay, we're in the negative X and negative Z here. So, and that's probably what, about 12 blocks. But let's say 8. Say like a 10 by 10 in the negative directions. So we're going to fill on this level. In a negative 10 direction with air. And that will just get rid of some of these extra blocks that we don't want. Without messing everything up, right? Because the thing is, you need to place stuff. All right. Okay, so next up then, we want to actually start to move forward with the actual book, right? So we go to research. I'm just thinking like, the one thing I would like to check out now is this, which is sealing perks. So we're going to need, this is the next altar. I'm just thinking like, what else do we need from this chapter? What is this? Okay, no, that isn't interesting. What does this one do? So this shows you the effect of the ritual pedestals. So is ritual pedestals in this chapter? I just want to check if we've already gone past ritual pedestals. I'd like to do a ritual, if I may. So ritual pedestal is not in this chapter. Surely that's the first chapter, isn't it? Where are you, ritual pedestal? It must be in this chapter then. Yeah, here we are, ritual pedestal. So what we want to do is we want to do the ritual pedestal. So basically the way it works, you do rituals, and this will let you see the area of effect of the ritual. Before we do that though, I want to look at this. Let's just see what these things do, right? The ceiling sigils. Just going to grab it. Okay, so it appears over here, right? So say I said, oh actually, you know what, I don't want to go in this. So grab a perk. So what happens if we drag it on there? What does that mean though? I still don't quite understand what it does. Let me read it again. Right, okay, basically, yeah, I got it, I think. You basically say I don't want to, say like I wanted to get to like some far away, say I wanted to get to this point here, right? But I don't want to waste my points. I can just literally put it on every single one, right? I think that's the way, and then I'll still have extra points. So now, if I want to get to this point, no? Maybe I didn't understand it. I thought you could just, it basically gives you the points back. Because otherwise, why would you give them back? Like even if you don't want it, it's like it doesn't really help you, right? Oh, it does. It's actually worse than I thought. Basically, it just doesn't give you the effect. It doesn't give you an extra perk point. It doesn't refund your points. It's like, I know it's basically saying, like, say you got something that made you go faster and you're happy with your actual speed, it would basically just not give you the effect. Okay, it's not great. That's actually worse. That's pretty average. All right. Could do a celestial gateway. Should we get one of those? Why not? Quickly get a quick celestial, not the you, buddy. Gateway. So where should we put our gateway? Let's put it by the village, actually. That's a good spot for it. Let's go back to daytime for a minute. This is a great village to. If you ever want looking for a way to like a village that's good for protecting against raids, this is really solid because it's very narrow. You don't really need to worry about this house. You could really just use this area because when you look at the location of the bell is there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let's put our gateway in. We can put it in maybe right about this spot here. Let's put it like about there. And we can do our... Oh, that was interesting. Interesting that, isn't it? You don't actually need to... Huh. Does it still work? It might. It does. That is cool, right? I didn't realise that it didn't need line of sight. So potentially, right, you could just... You get rid of all this. I've got to see this works, right? And just for good measure, we'll get rid of that as well. How cool is that though? Do you have to stand on this block? Yeah, that takes up a block space here. But theoretically, you don't actually need any more than that, right? So you can definitely disguise it with random stuff around, right? All right. Oh, well, there's actually another. Oh, you know what else you can do? I just remembered. This is going to be fun. You get an anvil. I know all the stuff about Astral, don't I? I really know a lot about Astral. I guess actually I like it more than I sort of pretend I do. What you can do, right? This should work. We take our gateway, actually rename it. I've not seen this actually working. So this is we'll call this one what, village, right? Okay. So let's go over to. Oh, I've got Slime Island as well. Actually, quite a lot of stuff randomly around here. To a few of them, we won't worry about that though. I forgot what this thing is even called. Outpost, right? Actually, another village. What did I do with the world gen on this one? Why is that birchwood as well? That's odd. That was an interesting lag spike. So I'll put this. Yeah, you see, if I set it like here or somewhere, it'll actually go pretty good. So we'll do anvil, and we'll do call this one. Can we rename afterwards? Yep. Outpost. In you go. So we should now, right? That's an interesting thing. It's not working. The other one worked there. Maybe you do need to be one block away. Ah, interesting. Looks like you can do it, but not. As long as you make all these. There's one more there. No, I think that's done. So something like this would work. From what I understand, right? That should work at this point. Are you there? There you are. Is there a rule with this? It's not showing me the name on it though. Maybe that isn't how you do it. I could have sworn that was how you do it though. I'm not seeing it now. Interesting. I'm probably getting a little bit bogged down in the minutiae of this. So there's even a ruined portal there, bloody yeah. It's definitely active, right? Yeah, it is working. So interesting, it seems to work here, but not the other way around. I think maybe it's probably obscured somehow. Yeah, you see it's right there. There's no evidence to suggest, though, that... Is there not a naming convention for this? Let's see. Oh, you can craft it with a die. I think maybe it's a shift issue, maybe. Let's look, find... No. Oh wait, I think I did see the name. How do you see the name, though? I think I did something to see the name. Let me just see this. Yeah, it has got a name. See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure the star would change a different colour if I did it with a die, but I really want to actually see the name of it. Is it a resonating wand issue? Maybe this will give me more info. What happened there? Oh no, sorry. I'm not entirely sure about that, why that doesn't work. Alright. So we're going to look at now at the rituals. So I'd like to do a plant growth ritual. We may as well, right? Seeing as so let's try some plant growth rituals. So let's first of all get our ritual pedestal, and then the ritual acceleration, right? So we'll put these next to each other. That's normally the way to do it, right? Yeah. So it's sort of like 1, 2, 3, right? The acceleration will go into the thing, and then... So say we have an area of plant growth, what? We'll put the area of plant growth here. It'll be somewhere like that, right? So we can then get our ritual pedestal. Put this one like here. And we'll create that. And then the ritual accelerator. Isn't that a multi-block as well, though? Was that later on? Is that later on? I think it might be later on. So the way the gems work basically is the dynamism gems will add extra value, I believe. Yeah, it's like a doped wafer, that sort of thing. This is like this is extra bits though. the major part of it is not that. You right there, Rare Gaming? Yeah. Unfortunately, modded Minecraft's not very popular. Not Forge anyway. I will do some Fabric videos pretty soon, and then we'll get a bit more. We'll get more views on Fabric stuff. It's more popular, you know. But this is just something that I like to. I like to do some Forge stuff for fun. But you know, but Fabric is more popular. Hmm. All right. All right, let's try and see if we can set this up. So we're going to want basically a looks pretty good. Let's use this. I think you need one. Is it one block? This is where I get things a bit muddled, I think, in my head. The ritual stuff. This is the most important thing to do, which is a bit unfortunate if you get muddled. Because I'm trying to remember where the other one is. Let's see if it works. Or if I've done something wrong. I may have done something wrong, to be honest. But this is really what you want to get. If I'm going to do proper videos on Astral, I would like to basically have like a bunch of different rituals. So it's going to help if I can actually get them to work. This isn't a tuned crystal, right? You use one of these, don't you? Let's see. There you go. Then you can get the Domic Resonator. Let's see the Domic Resonator. Right. So that is the area of effect of the actual ritual. At the moment, right? What is the icosic function? I can't actually remember that one. Why is it still showing me? I'm not liking that. There you go. That's how you disable it. All right. So, are we at the stage where it looks like it's fracturing though, which is a little bit worrying. I can't remember where because I could have sworn that the extra bit was in here. Do you know where it's from, Ace? Or you can't spam like that. If you know the answer, though, I would appreciate it. Well, if you know where it is in the book, because I just can't remember. I think it's moved somewhere. I want to do the place the crystal at the end. I can't. Because you see, the problem is there is a structure. If you could just tell me what the answer is. Do you remember where the structure is in the book for the you know for the ritual accelerator? You may not even know what. It's unlikely you even know what I'm talking about, to be honest. But for some reason, I can't see the collector crystal structure. I don't know where it is. It must be here somewhere. Maybe I can do. No, it's not. It's not coming through. It might be in one of these. I guess we could try and just put a collector crystal into it, but I know it's not right. I just can't remember if it actually will work or not. No, you don't know. Shame that dude doesn't know it. What was my attunement? I can't even remember. Every test, right? You know what it might? It might actually be, I wonder if I can cheat the answer out. That's annoying. Let's get a linking tool, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't work without the proper structure, right? Maybe I'll just look it up because I can't seem to find it in the book. I'm sure I could find. Oh, this is infuriating. This one. Is it in the next chapter? Should we just check if it's in the next chapter or not? That might be the problem. It makes no sense though that this is it. It's a different structure. Let me just see the. I really can't. It's a ritual acceleration. It doesn't seem to be listed in the book for some reason. Load up, please. No, you don't want to load up Imgur. Let me see if I can get in there before you. Nope. Collect a crystal multi-block, please. I mean, it might be removed. They might be changing it. Alright, I'm just going to build it, even though I can't see what it looks like in the book for some reason. It might still work, right? What's this called? Marble. It may not even be in this version, right? That's the problem. What are those ones? They look like engraved. No, this is engraved. Is it? Yeah. Ruined, rather. What is the bottom? I think the bottom might be the... yeah. The problem is, right, that these have got no... it's like this, right? No. It's actually a really awkward multi-block to build. Yeah, it's like this. Right. I think this has been removed. I don't think it exists anymore. I hope it exists, but I don't think it exists. This is going to be a problem because I don't know what the block in the middle is. If I had to guess, just I know it's is it that? If I had to guess, I would think it's probably this one. And I think it's a block of one. Let's see if we get this right. I hope so. I hope it's going to be right. Actually, that's not right, is it? I've removed the wrong block. That should... This is like I say, I don't know if it exists anymore in this version because I can't see it in the book. You doing anything? No, I don't think so. Actually, was it? Does it do that anyway, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. So maybe this doesn't exist anymore. The other option is that this block could be wrong. This could be like ruined, maybe. Or it could be... it's probably not that one. Could be engraved, I suppose. It could be chiseled. Probably not any of the other ones. I don't even know if the multi-block's even doing anything, actually. It looks like it's working now, though. Yeah, that is definitely working, right? It looks different from what I remember. Huh. Should we get some crystal lenses out? See if we can get it to work. Let's go back to the Domic resonator. I want to see if it changes anything. Not really. Not really. See, I think this would be doing that anyway. Alright, let's just see if the lenses work at this point. Yeah. Ready? Is there a problem with this? What happened now? Oh, you can't build anything on there. That's interesting. Really? Oh, you can. See, I can't tell like which one. It could be any. It could be coming from anywhere. That's the thing. Is it these things or not? I can't remember. Maybe it's not. Oh, this bit is annoying. I always. This is the bit. Honestly, this is always the bit that like I always got confused with. It never came. I think I have achieved it, but it's always confusing to me what you actually put in here. That's right. You link it to the thing. You don't need to worry about the placement, basically. Oh, you're not happy with that? I think I'm blind though. I can't really tell like where any of this stuff is. Is it? I mean, it could be here, right? Just sort of trying to tell where any of these. Oh, is it doing that weird thing where like? Yeah, I might be able to get around it. Oh, you still seem happy. Maybe there's one. Rah. I can't tell where any of them come from. It could be literally anywhere. That one does seem to be reflecting. This one I'm not so sure about. That one does seem to be. That one does seem to be. Can't really see any other ones there. Maybe this is in the wrong place. It's a bit too like far away. Might be here instead. That kind of looks like it might be doing a bit of better job. This is almost like pointless though, a lot of this stuff, but anywhere else? It does look like the one is coming out here though. You good with that placement? I think there might be one more spot maybe. Maybe this spot is wrong. Let's try here. Right. What a mess. Bro. Does this make any difference at all? Doesn't look like it, does it? Nope. Feels like it's about there. I'm pretty sure you need like 5 of them to do it. No. It's literally in this spot, right? This might be the way to do it, just like get behind the actual thing. That's not a terrible idea, I think. And I think that actually worked better. I also think that maybe it works better if you actually like you know, put it like here maybe, for instance. No, you didn't like that one. Is it that spot or there though? I can't really tell. I think here. That would be the thing that seems to make most of it. No? No, it's not though, is it? It's above. I mean, it's doing that stuff, so I guess that must be a good sign. You know what the problem is? Even if I get it, this takes me so long to do that it's almost not worth... See, this looks like it's above as well, though. I don't know. Maybe if I can somehow start to get this more regularly, that's the only way I could theoretically do this, because otherwise it's just so tedious for me. Because I just find it too difficult. See, this one is definitely... Is it? Right. If we look at it directly, right, and it seems to be emanating the particles, I feel like these three are correct. But the question is, where is number 4 then? I think it's here, right? So again, we're going to get directly behind it. Can't seem to get directly on it. Is it on top here? Let's see. Might be one higher. I think I'm in the wrong place. You know, I think maybe it's just directly on this spot. Yep. So there's one left. And I think we've already seen the one there. So the crystal comes in there. I think it's this, right? So this is actually quite hard to see. If I had to guess, I'd say it's like literally there. Oh, it's worth a guess, right? We could try one in front. There it is. Were there more? That one's working. That one's working. That one seems to be working. That one seems to be working. That one seems to be working. So that doesn't make sense then. Unless the rules for this have changed. Maybe they have. No, actually that one's fine. It was here, right? Maybe this one's not correct. I'm going to go for that as my final attempt. And that's doing some weird thing where it doesn't want to just... Come on, man. There's literally nothing on any of these platforms to prevent that from coming through. Oh, you know what it is? No, that's even further away than it was before. Sometimes I think you just need to replace this thing, right? Bro. There you go. Is there another one going all the way out the top? I'm going to try something else. I think I've seen it before where it actually becomes impossible to do it just because it's shooting at the wrong place. What if I could just put it directly on top? I did not want to do that. I'm getting bored now.